Last month, a guy brought in his 2017 F-150, 92,000 miles, no warning lights, nothing obviously wrong. His only complaint? Fuel economy had dropped from 19 miles per gallon down to barely 14 over the past year. He'd already changed the oil, replaced the air filter, even cleaned the throttle body himself. Nothing helped. He was convinced the engine was just getting old. I plugged in my scan tool, and within 30 seconds I found the problem. His truck was running 17% rich, dumping 17% more fuel than it needed on every single drive. He had no idea. The dashboard never told him, the check engine light never came on, and the fix cost him $18. That's exactly what this video is about. 7 fixes under $50 that your F-150 will never warn you about. Most of these trucks have at least 2 or 3 of these problems right now, and the owners are paying for it at the pump every single week. I'm RJ. Let's get into it. Number 7, clean the 2 sensors your F-150 is begging you to touch. There is an $8 can of MAF cleaner sitting on the shelf at every auto parts store in America. It might be the best fuel economy investment you ever make on an EcoBoost F-150. Your mass airflow sensor is a tiny heated wire inside the intake tube. Its entire job is telling the ECU how much air is coming into the engine so the fuel mixture comes out right. When that wire gets coated with oil residue, dust, or the oil film from a cotton air filter, it starts reading low. The engine thinks less air is coming in than actually is. The ECU compensates by pulling fuel. Then it notices the truck isn't running right, adds fuel back. The whole system is chasing bad data, and you're paying for every correction at the pump. On EcoBoost trucks specifically, the PCV system routes oil vapor through the intake consistently. That oil mist lands directly on the MAF sensor wires. I've pulled MAF sensors off high-mileage EcoBoosts that looked like they'd been dipped in motor oil. The truck was idling rough, getting 2 miles per gallon less than it should, and the owner had no idea why. Clean it with CRC MAF cleaner. Not throttle body cleaner, not brake cleaner. It has to be MAF specific or you'll destroy the sensor instantly. Unplug it, spray the element gently, let it air dry, 10 minutes, reinstall. $8. One customer went from 14 to 18 miles per gallon on his 2015 EcoBoost after a MAF clean. He'd been running on bad data for over a year. While you're there, grab a can of throttle body cleaner for another $8 and hit the throttle plate. On a 3.5 or 2.7 EcoBoost with over 60,000 miles, the carbon ring around that butterfly valve is ugly. One pass with a lint-free cloth and you'll see exactly what's been restricting your airflow. After the clean, let the engine idle for 10 minutes with nothing drawing load, then another 10 with the AC on. The ECU needs to relearn idle air control or the truck will hunt and stumble for days and you'll think you made things worse. $16 total. MAF plus throttle body. If your EcoBoost has been feeling sluggish and you've never touched either of these, start here. Number 6, the thermostat your truck won't tell you is stuck open. This one shows up constantly and almost no owner catches it without a scan tool. The truck runs fine. No overheating, no warning lights, fuel economy has just been slowly dropping for the past year, and nobody can explain why. I checked coolant temperature on the scan tool and the engine is sitting at 165 degrees Fahrenheit, when it should be running at 192 to 195 degrees. The thermostat is stuck open. Coolant flows through the radiator constantly. The engine never fully reaches operating temperature, and the ECU, which has fuel maps built around 192 to 195 degrees, stays in a slightly enriched warm-up mode permanently. It's running a permanent soft choke every mile you drive. On the 3.5 EcoBoost and the 5.0 Coyote, the fuel calibration is specifically mapped around the design operating temperature. When the engine runs cold, combustion efficiency drops. More fuel gets injected to compensate. The carbon buildup on the intake valves accelerates because the combustion temperatures never fully clean the chamber. You're losing fuel economy and accelerating wear at the same time. From a thermostat that costs $12. A new Motorcraft thermostat for an F-150 runs $8 to $15 depending on the engine. If your F-150 has over 100,000 miles and you've never replaced it, this is a 30-minute job on most configurations that could hand you back 1 to 2 miles per gallon you didn't know you were missing. Check coolant temperature on a scan tool before you replace anything else. If you're not seeing 192 to 195 degrees at full operating temperature, the thermostat is your starting point. Number 5, the exhaust leak that's lying to your oxygen sensor. If you own a 2004 through 2010 F-150 with the 5.4 Triton, go look at your exhaust manifold bolts right now. I'll wait. There's a very good chance at least one of them is snapped, and if it has, your oxygen sensor has been getting lied to every mile you've driven. Cast iron exhaust manifold bolting into an aluminum cylinder head. Two metals that expand at completely different rates through thousands of heat cycles. The bolts fracture. A gap opens between the manifold and the head. Exhaust leaks out, but more importantly, outside air leaks in. That outside air reaches your oxygen sensor before the actual exhaust does. The sensor reads all that extra oxygen and tells the ECU the engine is running lean. The ECU responds by adding fuel. The engine is not lean. The sensor is just reading diluted exhaust mixed with outside air. I had a 2007 F-150 5.4 in the shop running 11 miles per gallon on a truck that should do 17 without breaking a sweat. Manifold bolts broken on both banks. Fuel trims running 22% positive, meaning the ECU was adding 22% more fuel on top of everything else because both oxygen sensors were reading lean air that wasn't real. Fix the manifold leaks. Fuel trims drop to within 5% of target within 50 miles. On the EcoBoost trucks, check the downpipe connections and turbo outlet flanges instead. The EcoBoost doesn't have the manifold bolt problem of the 5.4, but boost leaks on the charge pipe create the same false lean reading through a different path. Any boost leak on an EcoBoost that the ECU can't fully compensate for will push fuel trims high and cost you at the pump. Manifold repair clamps for the 5.4 run $15 to $25 per side and don't require stud extraction. For EcoBoost boost leak diagnosis, a smoke machine or even a cheap pressure test of the charge pipe with the engine off will show you exactly where it's leaking. False lean readings from air intrusion. Your ECU adds real fuel to compensate for fake lean signals, and you pay for it every time you fill up. Number 4, auto start-stop is doing something to your engine nobody talks about. This is the one that starts arguments in the comments every time I bring it up. Bear with me, because the issue isn't what most people think. Auto start-stop on 2017 and newer F-150s shuts the engine off at every red light. Ford says it saves fuel, and in the specific test cycle used for EPA fuel economy ratings, long stretches of idle time in controlled conditions, it does. In real-world F-150 driving, the math is more complicated. Here's the problem nobody talks about. Every time auto start-stop restarts the engine, it does so without full oil pressure at the cam phasers. The phasers on the 3.5 and 2.7 EcoBoost are controlled by oil pressure. During a normal cold start, oil pressure builds within a second or two and the phasers get lubricated before they're asked to work. During an auto start-stop restart, the engine fires under load immediately, before oil pressure fully recovers. I've seen 2018 and 2019 EcoBoosts with 40,000 miles showing cam phaser wear that belonged on a 100,000-mile engine. The owners drove in stop-and-go traffic every day with auto start-stop on. The fix is a simple 4-scan setting. Free software, $15 OBD adapter. Under the PCM module, auto start-stop can be permanently disabled. The button on the dash that turns it off resets every ignition cycle. The 4-scan setting is permanent. $15, one afternoon, and your cam phasers stop taking dry restarts at every intersection. Some owners report a small improvement in real-world fuel economy after disabling it, particularly in city driving, where the restart fuel penalty and the transmission's response to constant engine cycling adds up. The bigger benefit is the one you won't feel until you don't have a $4,000 cam phaser bill at 60,000 miles. A lot of what kills F-150 fuel economy comes down to deferred maintenance and things the truck never tells you about. I put together a guide specifically for F-150 owners: what to check, what intervals actually matter, and what your scan tool should be showing. If you want to stop guessing and actually know where your fuel economy is going, links in the description. Number 3, the PCV valve that's poisoning your intake. This one is specific to EcoBoost owners, and most of you have never thought about it. The PCV system routes crankcase blow-by gases back into the intake to burn. On a naturally aspirated engine, this works reasonably well and the volume is manageable. On a turbocharged EcoBoost running under boost pressure, the system moves oil mist through the intake at higher volumes and under more pressure than Ford's engineers fully anticipated in real-world long-term use. That oil mist lands on the MAF sensor wires, the ones we cleaned in Step 7, it coats the intake manifold walls, and most importantly, it deposits on the intake valves. The EcoBoost uses direct injection, which means fuel sprays directly into the combustion chamber and never washes over the intake valves. Oil vapor from the PCV system bakes onto those hot dry valve stems and builds hard carbon deposits over time. When the carbon builds up thick enough, typically around 60 to 80,000 miles on a truck that's never had the PCV replaced, you start losing low-end torque. The idle gets inconsistent, and the truck burns more fuel trying to compensate for restricted airflow. A new PCV valve for the 3.5 or 2.7 EcoBoost costs $15 to $20. It takes 5 minutes to replace. Shake the old one. A healthy valve rattles. A stuck valve can't be hurt at all. A stuck PCV valve builds crankcase pressure that pushes oil into places it has no business being and accelerates every carbon problem the EcoBoost already has. For trucks at 60,000 miles or more that have never had the PCV touched, replace it and add a $50 oil catch can between the PCV outlet and the intake. The catch can traps oil mist before it reaches the manifold. You empty it every oil change and you see exactly what would have gone into your engine, coating your MAF sensor and building carbon on your valves. On a high-mileage EcoBoost that does a lot of towing or idling, the difference in how clean the intake stays over the next 50,000 miles is significant. $15 PCV valve, $50 catch can if you want full protection. The oil mist your EcoBoost is routing through the intake right now is working against your fuel economy every mile. Number 2, brake caliper drag you cannot feel from the driver's seat. This is the fix that makes owners angry. Not because it's expensive, but because it's so simple, and it's been costing them money for years. Your brake calipers have slide pins that allow the caliper to float freely when you release the brake pedal. The rubber boots on those pins crack over time. Moisture gets in, and the pins corrode and bind. When a slide pin sticks, the brake pads stay in light contact with the rotor, even when your foot is completely off the brake pedal. The pads are dragging. You can't feel it from the driver's seat. No warning light, no noise, no pull, just a constant, invisible resistance that your engine has to overcome every mile you drive. You can diagnose this in your driveway for $15. Buy a cheap infrared thermometer. Drive on the highway for 10 to 15 minutes at a steady speed. Pull over immediately and shoot the temperature of each brake rotor through your wheel spokes without touching anything. All 4 should be within roughly the same range. If one rotor is running 80 to 100 degrees hotter than the others, that caliper is dragging. The fix is embarrassingly cheap. Pull the caliper, clean the slide pins with a wire brush, apply a thin coat of silicone-based brake grease, and reassemble. A tube of Sil-Glide costs $5, and one tube will last you years. I had a 2016 F-150 come through the shop, getting 13 miles per gallon in mixed driving. Should have been 16 to 17. 2 dragging calipers on the rear. Both slide pins corroded solid. Cleaned and greased all 4 corners. Owner called me a week later. 16.5 miles per gallon. That recovery from a $5 tube of grease. $5 tube of grease, infrared thermometer for $15. The invisible drag your engine is fighting every single mile, gone in an afternoon. Number 1, the $15 scan tool that finds every problem on this list. This is the one that makes me genuinely frustrated, and not at owners, at the way these trucks are designed to report problems. Ford engineered the ECU on F-150s with a fuel trim correction window of plus or minus 25% before a diagnostic code ever sets. That means your EcoBoost can be running 15, 18, 20% rich, burning that much more fuel than it should on every single drive, and your check engine light will never come on. The dashboard tells you nothing. The truck just quietly drinks more gas and you blame the price at the pump. A $7 to $12 Bluetooth OBD2 adapter from Amazon paired with the Torque Pro app on your phone for $5 gives you the same live data I use in my shop. Total investment, $15. Plug the adapter into the OBD port under the dash, open the app, and pull up short-term and long-term fuel trims for both banks. You want those numbers within plus or minus 5%. If you're seeing 10, 12, 15% positive, your ECU is adding that much fuel on top of what it should be burning, and you're paying for every drop of it at the pump. If the numbers are negative by more than 5%, the truck is running lean, and that's a different problem that also needs attention. The cause could be a dirty MAF sensor, number 7 on this list, a stuck-open PCV valve, number 3, a boost leak on an EcoBoost, a lazy oxygen sensor, a vacuum leak at the intake manifold that costs $5 to fix, but makes the ECU add fuel for years. Without a scan tool, you would never know which one it is. You'd just keep filling up more often than you should. Every fix we covered today costs under $50. Stack 2 or 3 of these on a 2015 or 2016 EcoBoost with 100,000 miles, and you could realistically recover 3 to 5 miles per gallon you didn't know you were missing. The MAF was dirty. The thermostat was stuck open. The PCV had never been touched. The fuel trims have been running high for 3 years, and the dashboard never once said a word. $15. One afternoon. You'll know more about what your F-150 is actually doing than most owners ever find out. The truck will not tell you it's wasting your money. The scan tool will. $15 is the cheapest thing on this list, and it finds everything else. 7 fixes, all of them under $50. All of them for problems your F-150 will never warn you about on its own. If this helped you, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.